bet it's a bullet gonna get the last laugh.
2 years ago, before Lidia Sobieska was released into the world, I did a video where I broke down the meaning of her name. What does Lidia Sobieska mean in the history of Poland? The next day, I kind of did the similar thing for Leroy Smith, where I talked about one of the real inspirations for that character, which is Jesse Glover. A lot of people bring up the comparison to Ip Man, but I think Jesse Glover is more of an inspiration than that. But now here we are 2 years later, and we're talking about the character Victor. The hype is increasing for this character, especially after everyone got their hands on Azuzina and see how amazing she is. We want to see what Victor has to offer. Now, I do want to give a thank you to Abdul. This person sent me on this path with the comment that they left. We're going to talk about this and break it down because it's excellent. But first, I simply started with trying to understand the meaning of the name Victor. You know, the meaning of the characters' names is very important because the developers put a lot of time and research into what part of the world they want this character to be from, what they want the character to wear, but also the character name itself. They put a lot of time into this. It's very important. So for Victor, what does his name mean? The Latin meaning for the name Victor is conquer, an ancient derivative of vincere, which is to win. Just going off this definition alone, it's really interesting because we always talk about how the Mishimas are unchecked. Their power is unmatched. Never before have they ever lost to just a random person. We see that Raven in Tekken 5, he was dueling with Heihachi Mishima, and then after training, he's back again in Tekken 8, and you would assume he's a lot more powerful, maybe powerful enough to take on Kazuya Mishima. Now, Raven works with the UN Nation. We don't know the details, but we know that those two go hand in hand. And Victor is a United Nations agent, so he would also be allies with Raven. Combined, would these two be able to conquer the Devil Team? Would they be able to face Kazuya in combat and win? Now, when you look a little bit deeper into the history of France and you try to understand what does this name mean to the people of France, you get three names. I think it's very interesting. This is also what Abdul in the comments talks about. You have three people all sharing the same name, Victor de Brogal. Probably butchered that. My apologies. One of them is a French soldier and politician. The other one, same name, was a French statesman and diplomat. The third one was a French politician and also a diplomat. Now, we don't know the last name of the character Victor in Tekken. The last name will definitely tell us a lot of where the character's inspiration was drawn from. Once again, if we go back to Lidia Sobieska, that told us a lot about the inspirations behind this character. And also, if you do want to make a comparison between Lidia Sobieska and Victor, Lidia Sobieska, back when she was first debuted, she was said to play a big role in the story in the future. She was set up to be the future of Tekken, the same way that Luke was set up to be the future of Street Fighter. But so far, looking at all the leaks and stuff, this character is nowhere to be seen. They also said they want this character to represent justice, to hold the Mishimas accountable in a way. In Tekken 7, she was propped up against Heihachi, the duel to end it all, but we never saw it play out. Heihachi died. In Tekken 8, we would assume that her targets would then be set on Kazuya Mishima, but once again, she's gone. So with the introduction of Victor, who seems like he is representing justice in a sense, is he taking her place in that instance of representing justice, representing a force that the Mishimas cannot overcome? Just seeing how Lidia was set up to be the force of justice and now the tide is shifting towards Victor, it makes you wonder what happened and what is going to happen. Something else that I thought was very interesting about the name Victor is its association with evil in a sense. The name Victor is commonly associated with a villain. Victor Frankenstein, Victor Creed, Victor Fries, Dr. Victor Von Doom. Just looking at all of the different Victors throughout pop culture, it does give you this sense of this character is kind of, I don't want to say an evil version of Lidia, but kinda. Lidia was all about justice and honor. Fight with honor. What if Victor is nothing like that? What if Victor is by any means necessary, ruthless, tenacious? He does whatever to get the job done, which is why he is victorious, which is why he is a conqueror. I don't know if the developers will go this path. When I looked at the leaked character select screen image of him, he definitely looked like a more devious character than not. The shades, the suits, the hair, this guy looks like a corporate villain who just is plotting destruction. Being his enemy is not what you want to do. We have very little information about Victor, but I hope with Paris Game Week being a couple of days away that we officially get this character revealed and we can officially see what this character is the role that this character is going to play within Tekken 8. Because something else that I want to say too, even though Azuzina is an amazing character, she is fantastic, she does not, from what we can tell, play a huge role in the story. She's kind of like a character who operates in their own realm. I would say something like a king or a armor king, a Marduk, something like that. From what it seems, she doesn't really have any massive stakes in the plot, and we're not really looking to this character for some kind of like huge battle with Kazuya Mishima and a battle to end off battles. And she's more so just kind of like a character who's off doing her own thing, which I think is great. I think you need characters like that to make the world of Tekken seem larger and grand. But when you focus on the story of the Mishimas, there is a lot there that is yet to be explored and yet to be explained. And also when you talk about the things the Mishima Zaibatsu has done, they have largely been left unchecked for all the wrongdoings that they did. So I think introducing a character like that, once again, a stand for justice type of character, I think that's something that we need. And I'm hoping that Victor represents that. I think Lidia Sobieska was a good character, but she was too good. She was too nice, too honored. In a weird way, it doesn't feel like she fits within the Tekken universe. The Mishimas are backstabbers. They're deceivers. They're usurpers. They kill their own kin for more power. A character like her just doesn't feel right in the Tekken universe. And I could see why they would want to replace her. Now, this is all just ideas, right? But I could see why they would want to replace her to go up with someone else to tackle a Kazuya Mishima. A real force to be reckoned with. Someone who's just as evil, just as despicable, but also they use that power to fight for good, fight for justice. I hope that is what Victor is. As you can tell with this video, I am very excited to see what this character has to offer because Tekken 8 has not let me down yet. From every reveal, from every detail, from everything that we've heard, my expectations has only risen. And with a character like Victor being introduced and also another leaked character, spoiler warning, Reina, probably last name Mishima, these two characters, throwing them in the pot of characters that's already established would be chaos. Think about it. Jun Kazama returning, what is she gonna do? Raven returning, what is he gonna do? Zafina, Claudio, Zhao Yu, Harang, Lars, Jin, Kazuya, the new Jack 8. There's a lot of different characters at stake here, and having two more characters, Reina and Victor, thrown into the pot, stirring the whole thing, it's going to be very, very exciting to watch. But that's it. Enough rambling from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.